ProjectWise Design Review Basics Introduction to the Interface. This video will give you an overview of the tools and features that I use frequently when preparing for and hosting a design review meeting. All the buttons you need are either within the view window at the edges or on the toolbar at the bottom. On the left and right there are toolbars that fly out with more settings for the particular selected tool. You always start in selection mode. You can tell that you're in this mode because the arrow cursor icon is highlighted and the information panel at the bottom is telling you what to do next. If you click this at any time, you get more information about the tool that you're in. In this case, it's telling me about mouse and touch inputs. To start any tool, just click on the relevant button, and then to exit the tool, just right-click or click on the selection tool again, and that will drop the tool you're in and return you into selection mode. When I come into a design review session, the first thing I always do is to set the view mode to perspective projection. Now, orthographic's great for elevations and things like that, but perspective is my preference most of the time. There's lots of additional view tools on the top right hand side of the screen, the view cube. This allows you to easily get to some preset views, and to the left of this you've got orbit, pan, zoom, etc. And then below the view cube is the walk tool and the walk setup tool. Most of orbit, pan and zoom we can do with the mouse in conjunction with the shift and control keys. So have a play with those just to get used to that navigational movement. If we want to inspect an object, just click on it. And if it's hard to get to what you want to look at, look up in the top left hand corner of the view and notice the contextual buttons that have appeared now that we're in selection mode, and these will change depending on the tool that we have selected. So you can see when we're in the selection tool that we have a button here called isolate. So anything that I have selected, click isolate and everything else will be hidden. You'll also notice that when an object is selected, its properties are displayed down here in the bottom right of the view. Now I often use this to help me find similar objects. So if I want to find all of the piers on this bridge, I can just select one, find a similar property, such as diameter, right click and say find similar, and that will find all of the similar objects in the model. Now when we're preparing for a review meeting, we'll need to set up some saved views. So these are brought across from the native files if they're present, or you can create your own right here. To do this, just set up the view and the display settings as you want them, and then save the view. You might also want to switch on and off certain areas of the model, or apply a section to emphasize or highlight a particular area of the model. Then we can organize these views into groups, we can rename them, and we can share them with other people on the project. In the upcoming meeting, I want to show some important data in a visual way, so I'm using the data visualization tool. So what it does is it allows you to select a group of objects and then color them to show some variation in their properties. In this case, I'm showing all the doors in the building and coloring them based on their width to highlight which doors are wheelchair friendly and which are not. Before we get into the meeting, we're going to want to tidy up any outstanding issues. So let's open the issue panel. This is where you can manage the issues raised against this model. You can filter and sort to see all the open issues, and then filter again to see which of these open issues are assigned to a particular user. Then we can go into the issue and we can change the status of it, we can close it, we can reassign it, all depending on the permissions that we have for the project. Now we're ready to get into the meeting. We can select the save views and jump right into the action to the correct place straight away. We can fire up the data visualization that we've pre-made, and we can start to raise new issues as needed.
If you found this video helpful, please give it a like. If you want to see more such series, consider subscribing to our channel. Thank you, and see you next time.